most trusted name in the Columbia Basin comes Callahan Gravel. You'll love Callahan's rock-solid product. Multiple applications include driveways, roads, stackyards, and landscaping. A pothole's worst nightmare. Call Callahan Gravel at 346-2208 to get rocked.
I'm Robbie Johnson. I'm 26 years old.
I'm Valerie Johnson, and I'm 24 years old.
And we are Napa customers. This is my 89 Ford Bronco.
This is my 68 Ford Mustang. She's my baby, and I don't let him drive it.
Nope, she doesn't. At Napa, we buy fluids, brakes, batteries,
oil filters, wipers, brake lights. I buy it all at Napa.
Let's show them the motorcycles. I don't think people are aware of the basics Napa carries for motorcycles. Spark plugs, fluids, batteries.
Napa's the one.
My name's Ron Robertson. I've been a Napa customer for about 40 years. Most of the things that I do are oil and air filter changes. Your engine's going to last a lot longer if you do the maintenance on it. This is my wife's 91 Cougar. This is our 98 Honda, 144,000 miles on it. This is our yard tractor. We've had it about 10, 12 years. I've always had good success with Napa products. They always have the parts that I need. Napa's the one. They got the good stuff.
Napa, get the good stuff.
Calling all Knights fans. Royal City's newest restaurant, Guard Public House, invites you to come on in for great locally sourced, scratch-made food with everything from burgers to pizzas, salads, steaks, and more. Open daily at 11 a.m. for lunch and serving dinner Wednesday through Sunday evenings. Located 1 block south of Harvest Foods. Happy eating!
Mud, no problem. Bugs, no problem. Nasty road salt, no problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the Knights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the Dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Truck Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
Your day means getting from point A to point B, as in bank or ballet. G for gym, W for work. When what you drive needs tires or service, get to Point S, Tire and Auto, a trusted neighbor with the right tires for how and where you drive, and certified techs to take care of what you drive. So you get to all the points in your day and home again safely. Get to the point. Point S Tire and Auto Service. Expert service guaranteed.
Get the best and let them do their thing. That's what the Knight football team and Roots Full Service Salon have in common. Whether you're building up a state championship team or creating a style that your client wants, it takes time, knowledge, and personality. All of our qualified stylists at Roots are committed to making you look and feel your very best. We offer an extensive hair menu, teeth whitening, spray tanning, customized facials, sugaring, waxing, barbering, lash extensions, Botox, filler, and nails. We can do it all. So come in, tell us your vision, and we guarantee you'll go home smelling much better than the Royal Knights football players do.
At Simplot Grower Solutions, we believe our responsibility to the planet begins right here in our community, where we live, work, and play. Unity and pride drive a winning team of farmers, partners, and Simplot employees who work hard to feed our local communities and the world beyond. It's an honor to support the community that has supported our business year after year and generation to generation. Thanks for your partnership. Check out our website at simplot.com. Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights. Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairy Gold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com.
TP Septic has been servicing the Columbia Basin's residential and commercial needs for over 30 years. We're here to pump you out. Or service septic tanks, unclog pipes, or drop off a portable toilet. We do it all. Call TP Septic today at 488-2844 or find us online at tpseptic.com. Be sure to also find us on Instagram and Facebook. TP Septic.
We're number one in the number two business.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot. But it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible. Do you even eat bread? Steph, it's a commercial.
Royal Premix Concrete is a proud supporter of our Royal Knights. Please give us a call at 509-346-9202. We're happy to help you with all your concrete delivery needs. Business, agricultural, residential, no job is too big or too small. We cover the entire Columbia Basin. Our front discharge trucks save you time, money, and manpower. We're one of the only concrete companies in the area that offer these trucks. Next time you need some concrete delivered to your location, please call us at 509-346-9202. You'll be glad you did. Locally owned and operated, Royal Premix Concrete wishes good luck tonight to all of our athletes. Okay, ready for this Royal Knights football game tonight. We're back in David Nielsen Memorial Field. Feels comfortable to be home, and it's been a beautiful day, and it's supposed to be a beautiful night. In contrast to the game last week that the Knights played in downpour. With me tonight, it's been a little bit of a revolving door here for broadcast partners. And so a couple guys out of town, unavailable. So we had to go to the bottom of the barrel and we came up.
I was going to say, it's the bottom of the toilet as the water's just swirling down.
Chad, way to introduce yourself. Chad Bergerson with me here tonight.
I'm good at that. Definitely at the bottom of the heap.
Hey, let's listen in. I think they're going to announce the starters here for the Lightning and then also for the Knights, and then I think we'll go straight to the national anthem.
Number 24, Nathan Dew. Number 37, Tyson Snell. Number 18, David Garcia. Number 19, Johan Valadares. Number 8, Diego Garza. Number 74, Garrett Judd. Number 75, Dane Needham. Number 52, Justice Barker. Number 72, Roman Manrique. And number 68, Ian Judd. And the rest of the Lightning. Now we're going to announce the starting defense for the Knights. The defensive line, number 56, a senior, Eddie Jimenez. At D-line number 66, a senior, Manny Sandoval. Also defensive line number 70, a junior, Denton Jenks. At linebacker number 34, a junior, Caleb Hernandez. At linebacker number 6, a senior, Derek Ferguson. At linebacker number 22, a senior, Avery Ellis. At linebacker number 5, a junior, Dylan Allred. At defensive back number 81, a senior, Gunnar Anderson. At defensive back number 24, a senior, Eric Myrick. At defensive back number 82, a senior, Jace Allred. And at defensive back number 4, a senior, Luke Ferguson. And the rest of the night.
Okay, so that's your starting lineups. I think that when the team breaks to the sideline, they'll go to the national anthem. They haven't called the captains out yet to midfield, so we'll also have that. Chad, every time we say this, we got to pay attention to see who wins the coin toss, and then we get distracted and never get it. So bonus points for 10,000 bonus points for you tonight if you can remember to pay attention to that. But let's listen in to the national anthem. Okay, nice job by the band there, playing the national anthem. Chad, the LaSalle Lightning, they've played 2 games. They're 0-2, but to be fair to them, they've played some good competition. They played a decent Kashmir team. They lost that one by 2 touchdowns. And then their most recent game, they played Cedro Woolley. I'm not sure how they got that on the schedule. They went to Cedro Woolley on the other side of the mountains. Cedro Woolley is a top 10 team in the 2A classification and kind of a rising team. And they gave LaSalle their second loss. A couple things you'll notice about LaSalle as the captains head onto the field is their size up front. Their offensive line is a big group of boys. So see if our quickness can handle no, we probably can't, Chris. Sorry. They're going to depend on their size to lean on our defense, and our quickness is going to have to be the rise to the top there. But you were at the game last week, Chad?
Yeah, got wet.
After you dried off, what were your thoughts about the game?
It was definitely a game where Royal seemed to have the advantage across most positions on the field. Cedar Park had a tough time stopping us offensively. It kind of felt like anything that Royal threw out there was going to score and score often and quick and early. So game got out of hand pretty quickly.
It did. And, I'm going to speak truth. That's probably the least physical varsity football team that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I'm afraid there were and that's one of the things right now. You just don't know if teams are missing guys because of just the pandemic, and the schools all have their different protocols and whatnot for COVID, and so really you just don't know, are they missing somebody, are they not? And if they weren't, then they were playing a lot of young kids that maybe aren't quite ready for that varsity competition yet.
So I always say the thing of value that comes out of those games for Royal is how much playing time the 2s and the 3s and even the 4s potentially get at that varsity level, in that varsity environment, on a nice field, nice on a road trip, those types of things.
One of the things with this group, I know that they've here over the last several years, they've taken those posters where they have the pictures of all the seniors.
Yes.
And I think
21
that
or
they've
22?
done that. Yeah, there's a lot. And so that's one of the things that's different this year, is they put the second string in very early in the game. Probably not even halfway through the second quarter.
Right. I think it was
and
8 minutes
the vast
left.
majority are seniors.
Right.
And so there's a lot of experienced guys who are coming in and know what they're supposed to do. It's not your typical underclassmen, JV guys that are coming in. These are guys who've played a lot of football and a lot together, and so they were able to keep the foot on, the pressure on, just like the starters were.
Okay, well, we're set for kickoff here shortly, and Chad, I was able to keep my left eye on the scoreboard, my right eye on the captain's conference at midfield, and the Lightning won the toss and deferred, so the Knights chose to receive. One interesting thing is LaSalle's known for doing a lot of onside kicks. So one thing of interest, you'll see the kick return team for the Knights creeping up here just in case that's what LaSalle chooses to do for the opening kickoff.
The ball is just sitting on the ground, so
yeah, that's a good indicator. Gage Jinks picks up the ball at about his 40-yard line. Not a lot of room to move there. He works his way upfield for about 6 yards is all. And that's where the Knights will start this first drive on their own 46-yard line. You talk about who's available and that sort of a thing, and I think this LaSalle team early in the week weren't sure what they were going to have available. In fact, there was talk about, hey, you guys might want to think about trying to find another opponent just in case, but then they called back the next day and said, we want to play, we want to keep the schedule. So here we are, Knights with their opening drive on the right hash. And fake the handoff to Avery. Derek looks downfield. He finds the man underneath. That's Edgar De La Rosa for an early completion. A little bit of leg drive there.
Yeah,
maybe he picked up the first down.
Pulls the pile with him. Looks like enough just to squeak past that yard marker.
Just enough for the first down.
Well,
number 24, Nathan.
It's Doe, right?
Doe was there on Edgar.
Outside linebacker, and also their feature running back, I believe, him in 37. Screen pass to Gunner. Gunner leaps the first guy, gets to the sideline. Great blocking by Avery Ellis to seal Gunner free, and he works upfield to about the 5-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
Tyson Snell running him out of bounds there, coming back from his linebacker spot, number 37.
So he goes from the 43 all the way to, looks like right on the 10, so 33 yards. You know, that's picking up where he left off from last week. Gunner had 2 catches, 74 yards. They were both touchdowns. This time the ball does go to Avery up the middle. He's bottled up a little bit. He's going to fall forward, maybe only get about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, a whole host of guys. One of them in there, Garrett Judd, number 74, big 260-pound lineman.
Yeah, they're like 275, 265, 260. They're big boys up front. Actually, 4 yards is what Avery gets. Second down and goal from the 6. Another handoff to Avery, and this time he's just going to lean forward at about the 1-yard line and find his way in.
Yeah, pretty good hole there. Opened up by that right side of the line. And Avery, once he finds some space, he's going to be tough for that second level to bring down, and they weren't able to do it. touchdown for the Knights. Looks like this week is Angel
Vega with the extra point, and it's up and good. So, with 10 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first quarter, the Knights get the first points on the board, lead the LaSalle Lightning 7-0. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com. Okay, Angel Vega after the extra point, set to kick off here for the Knights. Nice deep kick, going to be fielded on about the 6 or 7 yard line. That's number 8. He works his way up the hash mark. See who gets off the bottom of that pile, Chad.
There were quite a few guys in there. Gage, Cale Jenks, both in. Dylan Allred also. A lot of guys there to bottle them up. Looks like they're going to mark it just short of the 20. On the 18.
Carroll and Gage Jenks in on that stop.
Number 8
All
is
return.
Garza for the Lightning. And we'll see who ends up under center here tonight for LaSalle. Let's see if that's number 8 or 9.
I think it's a 9.
If it's 9, that's Hanrahan, Kai Hanrahan.
Whole host of Knights in on that. Eddie Jimenez, Derek Bergeson.
First carry ends up being a 4-yard loss.
Lost 4 yards on the play.
Looks like it is number 9, Hanrahan.
Let's see how he's listed.
Derek Bergeson helping on the tackle.
Hanrahan listed
Second
as a
down.
freshman. Big body for a freshman, but probably not a lot of experience. He's going to be in shotgun, drop back to pass. He's going to look to his left, throw the ball downfield. He's got a guy that probably ran into coverage. If that route would have broken out or short, maybe Snell, number 37, would have had a chance.
Yeah, Jace Allred there for the Knights on the coverage.
And looks like the safety coming over to help out as well. Not a ton of guys out in pattern, giving the defense a chance to find some places to double team.
Yeah, Gunnar Anderson also making his way over there.
3rd down and long. Trips to the left. And Hanrahan's going to look to the other side. He's going to throw a deep ball that's actually intercepted by Luke Bergeson. Luke breaks free of the receivers, works his way around the right side, doing a little shimmy and a little shake. He's at the 20-yard line, going to come back to the left, waiting for some blocks. He's got some blocks set up. He's going to run about 130 yards to get a 45-yard touchdown on the interception return. Luke Bergeson. He must have learned that shimmy from his mom, I'm guessing. That's my guess. That's my guess, Chad Bergeson. What do you think?
I don't know where he learned that. He's been dodging his brother for a long
Maybe
time.
That's it.
So.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that was self-preservation all these years paying off.
Definitely some of that. No, good coverage by Luke. Was able to keep between the ball and the offensive receiver. And looks like Vega's kick is wide to the left. So
Extra point. The extra point is wide.
Extra point, no good.
Knights 13.
Knights have a 13-0 lead. 9 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Mud, no problem. Bugs, no problem. Nasty road salt, no problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the Knights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the Dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Truck Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
Vega set to kick.
I don't think that is Vega.
If it's that's Luis. Number 16. Again,
Garza
that's number
on the return.
8, Garza on the return. Field position is going to be a little bit better this time, out to the 25-yard line.
Ray
for the
Seiler's
Lightning.
one of the Knights down there. Eric Myrick and I think Justin Smith coming up off the bottom of that pile.
Well, you know, they say special teams guys
Justin
have to
Smith.
kind of be kamikazes, and Ray
Seiler,
Seiler
couple
embodies
of
that
nights in
in
on that
everything he
tackle.
does in life. So no surprise to
First
me that he
down
makes
from
a good
the
special
25-yard
teams
line.
guy.
Well, the first blocker, I was watching him going down the field, and the first guy tried to pick him up about the 30, and he went right through him.
He's fast, actually very fast. Is that Doe on the carry? Is going to be another loss. Avery Ellis, who else getting up off the bottom of that pile?
Yeah, quite a few Knights getting there. I think Eddie Jimenez on that right side on the D-line was one of them, pushing him back.
It's going to be a 6-yard loss.
Jimenez and Ellis, couple of the Knights in on that tackle. Loss of a yard on the play. Loss of
No, right? Loss of 6.
6 yards
Yeah,
on the play.
yeah.
Second down.
It's Doe in the backfield again. We got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Doe with the carry. And he may or may not get back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to work to the short side of the field, the weak
Yeah.
side of the formation.
Yeah, they're going to mark him for another loss. I think Avery Ellis was over
Ellis,
there.
one of the first Knights in on there with a lot of
Denton
help.
Jenks kind of squeaked through there on the defensive front.
So the Knights defense picking up where they left off last week. At the end of the first half last week, the Knights had held the Cedar Park Christian Eagles to
It goes negative yards throughout.
negative 44 yards, sorry. And the final was negative 4 yards, even with all the backups in the game. Doe, again, got nowhere to run. He does avoid the first guy in.
Yeah, he avoided Manny around that
Sandoval,
edge,
yeah.
and then
Dylan
Dylan was
already.
able to meet him right in the hole. And right at the time that Dylan got there, a whole bunch of other guys were right behind him. So
Another 3-yard loss.
Falls back to the 15-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 20.
You know, Dylan
from there.
didn't start the first week, and I
Luke
think the coaching
Ferguson
staff
is
thought,
deep.
you know, here's a guy. You know, basically, I think the Knights considered that they have about 15 starters, and they have to figure out how to get them on the field. And there's a guy right there that's an all-league linebacker.
no, they've
And,
been running a lot of different defensive formations and getting a lot of guys in.
Low driving kick, going to get to Luke Bergeson in a hurry. He avoids the first man, gets out to the right-hand side. Nice block. And Luke's going to have to try to navigate those last 10 yards on his own. He's going to get
Ferguson
inside
takes it
the
back
5.
Inside the 5-yard line.
Some good blocking.
Yeah, pretty good wall setup. We had how many last week? 2 that
He
were
had
called
2.
back
He
with
had 2 punt
penalties?
returns for touchdowns called back for penalties. One of them, the penalty was called on the
First and goal
1-yard
from the
line,
4-yard line.
literally as he was going in. So, but nice return there. No penalties. Ball will be inside the 5-yard line for the Knights.
Yeah, 1st and goal from the 4. Good return for Royal.
Hand off to Avery. He follows his blocking off left tackle.
Avery Ellis.
And
4
the only
yards for
the only
touchdown.
contact he has is trying to guide his blocker out in front of him. Gets that touchdown, 5-yard touchdown. His second touchdown. 3 touchdowns, or 2 touchdowns, 3 carries, only 15 yards. He's bringing down his yards per carry average, which is about 9.8. But
I think he'll trade that in for some
I was going to
6
say,
points.
probably so. Vega gets the chance to kick again. This time he puts it through. So with 7 minutes and 8 seconds, the Knights are going to jump out to a 3-touchdown lead. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
My name is Chris Culbertson. I own Colby's Greenhouse. We grow 3 to 4 million plants a year. We put 1 million miles a year on our rigs. We service a dozen farm vehicles. I've been a good Napa customer. This is the first business truck that I ever bought, so it's had a lot of Napa parts. One thing I like about my local Napa store, I just call them up and say, hey, they know who I am. I would recommend that anyone shop at Napa. Great prices, great availability, excellent warranty. Napa's the one for us.
Napa, get the good stuff.
If you want to be a winner, then get a turkey footlong from Subway. That's oven-roasted turkey, piled high with crisp veggies on freshly baked bread. So let's get out there and get those footlongs.
All right. Hey, we got to pay the bills sometimes, Chad. We got to pay the bills. We got to pay the bills.
It's got a Knights yelling in the middle.
Valderos and Garza deep for the Lightning.
This kick's going to go about to the 13-yard line this time. Same man on the carry. Just about the same result. Garza gets just outside the 20, maybe to about the 21. We'll see where they spot this ball. This will be the third offensive possession for the Lightning.
Yeah, it looked like Lane Smith coming off the bottom. Ray Silers again.
1st and 10 from the
Lightning just
21-yard
have
line.
not been able to get anything going positively on offense. An incompletion, an interception, and 4 carries for negative 14 yards. Hanrahan shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to either side. One coming in motion. He's going to hand it off to the up man. That's Doe. And he's stacked up, but probably gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1.
It looks like they're going to mark him on the 20. Derek Bergeson and Denton Jenks standing him up right there for that short loss.
Snell on the carry. Loss of
that was Snell, number 37.
Derek Bergeson. Denton Jenks.
It looks like Snell, the lone back in the set.
Some of the Knights in on that tackle.
Pass picked off. Now this one's Derek Bergeson, and he's going to run it back in for a touchdown from about the 16-yard line. So that's 3 pass attempts and 2 interception returns for touchdown for the freshman Hanrahan. And the Knights have had 2 defensive touchdowns here tonight. I guess Derek was didn't want to be outdone. He only ran straight forward for his, though.
Yeah, it was a little easier.
Two-point conversion is good. Pass is thrown to Avery Ellis out on the left-hand side. Brings the score back to where it should be. The Knights have a 28-0 lead. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Your day means getting from point A to point B, as in bank or ballet. G for gym, W for work. When what you drive needs tires or service, get to Point S, Tire and Auto. A trusted neighbor with the right tires for how and where you drive, and certified techs to take care of what you drive. So you get to all the points in your day and home again safely. Get to the point. Point S Tire and Auto Service. Expert service guaranteed.
Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairygold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com.
Okay, Luis Cruz has been doing the kickoffs. This one goes about the 13 again. Garza looked like he had some room, but then gets tracked down in a hurry.
That was Andon Delfaux on that one.
35, Andon Delfaux, who made the most of his appearances last week as well. Got a touchdown and a nice pass reception. So good job there on special teams. And this time, the Lightning will be inside the 20,
16-yard line.
back at their own 16-yard line.
Lightning.
And they have to be puzzled trying to figure out what they're going to do. Freshman quarterback got to be really rattled back there. He's going to have, this time, Doe to his right, 3 receivers to the left. And busted play there. He gets it to Doe, but Sandoval, who else in the backfield so fast?
Avery Ellis came off that left end, and they kind of looked like they bobbled the exchange a little bit. Avery got onto him about the time that Doe got a good handle on the ball. So
yeah, the ball went to the ground by the time
4-yard loss.
Hanrahan got it up to hand off. The defense was back there, so big offensive line, but the quickness of the Knights is winning the day right now up front.
That's one thing that we've seen with the defensive line. They're not as big as a lot of these teams we play, but they're a quick group.
Tighter formation here with the wingbacks maybe staying into blocks. Going to be a handoff up the middle. It's going to be a short gain of probably about a yard, but doesn't get them back to the original line of scrimmage.
Manny Sandoval in there.
Brought down by Jimenez.
Substitution for the Knights, Eric Myrick coming out.
3rd down.
Elijah Jenks, number 15, coming in. Another example of just some different personnel, some different groupings on defense.
And they actually did that last time, too. I think that's their 3rd down and long package.
Mm-hmm.
A little more length, maybe, with Jenks in the back end of the defense. Going to go with 2 traditional safeties. Hanrahan's got to pick up another one off the ground. And he makes the throw. Diving attempt goes incomplete. Intended for number, is that 18? It looks like 18 to me. Or 19.
19.
Valadares. Johan Valadares, he's a freshman as well.
Caleb Hernandez right there for the Knights. Another low snap that he had to pick up off the ground. Doesn't give him much time to look for anyone.
No, his center, and I'm sure the center is, he's got Denton Jinks right in front of him, and he's thinking about that a little bit, but he really has to take care of his quarterback and make sure he gets a good snap up. There's been 2 or 3 on that drive where he had to scoop him up off the ground to try to make something of it. Looks like they're going to go for it. No, it's going to be a quick kick. It's going to be a quick kick, and it's a short kick, so the Knights' defense not set up for a return, and they're going to do the smart thing, just let that ball roll dead. They're still going to have great field position all the way down to the LaSalle 29-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if they... It seemed obvious that was the plan all along. Royal wasn't... They didn't really change much off of their
no, I think
punt
they
return set. They were going...
So, typically, they're going to go with a 4-3 defense, as it's a rollout thrown to Gunner. Derek, nice pass on the run, rolling to his right. Ball goes from the 29 down to about the 11, so an 18-yard gain. Gunner's second catch.
Yeah, nice play action there by the
ball
Knights.
Is marked at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10.
Knights will have a lot of field to the left-hand side here to work with as Ellis flanks Bergeson in shotgun. He's going to give it to Ellis. Ellis breaks the first tackle and bowls his way into the end zone, knocking linebackers as he goes. 11-yard, going to be a 12-yard touchdown run. That's his 3rd touchdown run of the night. 4 carries, 27 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, plenty of open space for Avery there.
Well, there was a guy that got in the backfield initially. Now this is Luis kicking the extra points. And that one's up and good.
Cruz's extra point is
so
good.
The Knights to a commanding 35-0 lead. Still 4 minutes left in the first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Get the best and let them do their thing. That's what the Night Football Team and Roots Full Service Salon have in common. Whether you're building up a state championship team or creating a style that your client wants, it takes time, knowledge, and personality. All of our qualified stylists at Roots are committed to making you look and feel your best.
Vegas at the kick for the night.
Looks like we have revolving kickers tonight.
Yeah, we do. Kind of like revolving safeties on defense. Kick's going to be taken at about the 11-yard. Different return man this time. That's all that's changed. Andon Delfaux and Ray Eilers down there to be in on the tackle, as well as
Lane Smith.
Is it Lane?
Yep. Lane was
Smith
down there too. That one was number 19.
Is that Valadares?
Yep. 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
Gets out to the 22-yard line. You know, their normal starting quarterback is a senior, Luis Garcia, obviously not available tonight. Lights in a 3-man front. Quarterback's going to try to work to the right-hand side of the field with the strength to the left, and he's going to lose a couple yards as well.
Yeah, Manny Sandoval able to just blow past his offensive lineman, meet the quarterback right there.
Right. So here's the thing, you know, and Royal traditionally, it's rare that Royal has a big line. Sometimes they do, but even when they have a big line, they are able to get off the ball. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Size doesn't really work to your benefit too much if the guy in front of you is quicker than you and getting off the ball and getting in the backfield. So 2nd down and long for Hanrahan. He's got 4 receivers to the left. He's an empty backfield. Another low snap, and he's just going to run forward as well again. Denton Jinks this time, the nose guard back in the backfield.
Well, they keep trying to go right and left, and Eddie was the same thing. It looked the exact same as the play before where Manny got in there. Eddie did the same thing. Denton's there to clean him up. Another low snap.
Yeah, the low snaps, just difficult for a freshman quarterback. You don't think much of it, but you got to take your eyes down to find the ball, and you're not able to make reads or see what the defense is doing, and then they're just on top of you by the time you pick that ball up. 3rd down and long. You see that substitution with Jenks coming in at safety. It's going to be a throw downfield. It's going to be overthrown to, basically going to overthrow everybody. Luke Bergeson back in coverage. Looks like this time it was number 18, David Garcia, the intended receiver. So that's going to be an incompletion. 5 attempts for Hanrahan without a completion yet. Be 4th down and about 17.
Well, and he had Avery Ellis coming in completely untouched right in his face.
Yeah, I think
he was getting rid of that one as soon as he could secure it.
Exactly. I mean, what would you do with Avery Ellis barreling down on you?
Well, I'd give him a good stiff arm like he's never seen before.
Oh, that's right.
He's not listening.
That's right. and then we'd give you a whole bottle of ibuprofen afterwards. Another low snap. Hanrahan throws out to the left. That's going to be intercepted as well. Is that Gunner? No, it's not Gunner. It's
Jace on that one.
Jace, the cornerback.
Going to have to give him a little bit of guff on that one. He cost the Knights a few yards by picking off that 4th down.
Yeah, it's a 4th down. You know, my very first interception in my career, I was about 5th grader. I was playing safety. The ball was thrown deep. It was floating. It was just floating in front of me like a big old piece of candy or something. So I caught it and went forward about 4 or 5 yards. My coach wasn't happy. I couldn't figure. I got to the sideline and got in trouble. I was disappointed. He was disappointed. Motion man's going to get the ball this time. That's Eric Myrick getting some blocking out in front.
On the left side.
He's got to beat one man, and he does not quite. He's going to be brought down. Goes from the 21 to about the 2-yard line. So a 19-yard carry for Myrick on his first carry. His only touch last week
Garcia with the tackle.
Was on the opening kickoff, and that was a kickoff return for a touchdown to set the
Garcia.
offensive tone. 18, David Garcia is the one that comes up and makes that stop. It'd be first and goal for the Knights from the 2-yard line. Let's see what's going to happen. Is Avery going to get his 4th touchdown?
First and goal from the 2-yard line.
Well, he's in the game. Who's the receiver? Is that Luke way out far to the right, in isolation?
Looks like Benji might have forgot the snap count
He forgot the snap count. Everybody went but him, or?
Everybody went but him, and he just stood up with the ball in hand and threw it at Derek.
I think he was trying to call do-over. That only works during recess. Move the ball out to the
5-yard penalty on the Knights.
8-yard line for the Knights. Still first and goal.
First down from the 7-yard line.
3 receivers to the right, tight end to the left. Derek's going to roll to his right, look downfield. Maybe he's going to pull it down, and he's going to run it in himself.
Derek Bergeson keeps it around the right side for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Derek Bergeson. His first carry of the night results in an 8-yard touchdown.
Kind of flooded that whole corner of the end zone over there. In an effort to try and defend everybody, he was able to just tuck it down and take it himself. Vega back on for the extra point. And that is good.
Up and good with a minute 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Knights out to a 42-0 lead. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Royal Premix Concrete is a proud supporter of our Royal Knights, and we're happy to help you with all your concrete delivery needs. Business, agricultural, residential, no job is too big or too small. So please give us a call at 509-346-9202.
Subway has so much new it didn't fit in their last ad, like this new and improved steak and cheese, loaded with our new tender steak that's marinated and thicker sliced on our new artisan Italian bread. Man, you covered up the foot long. The Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway.
Luis Cruz set to kick off. He did a nice job last week. And he's going to get it down to, it's going to go out of bounds, but out of bounds touched by the return team. So they'll have the ball where it went out of bounds. Number 32 was the guy that touched it?
Yeah, he was back there.
16-yard line, where it's going to be first down for the Lightning.
The first time he's been back to receive during the game. So
yeah, Jacob Redifer. He's a sophomore.
Unable to corral it, kind of.
Yeah, just kind of off his shoelaces and bounces sideways.
Boy, they are a big line, aren't they?
Yeah, and I believe they're actually maybe even down a guy or two that are just as big. Number 68 on the sideline, maybe he's taking a breather. He's a big old boy, too. Full house backfield, handoff off the left side. See who gets off the bottom of that pile.
Together there for the stop.
I think Avery Ellis was the first one in on that one.
That was Doe for a loss of 3.
Avery Ellis was in on that.
But kind of as has been the case all night, those ends have been able to come in
second down,
pretty much at their own free will.
Yeah, Ray Seiler's in now at the other end, giving Sandoval a break. Race number 50. And he's just about as quick. Maybe quicker. That was a huge first step. Option play out to the left. Denton Jinks gets in and hits the quarterback right as he pitches it.
Yeah, Derek Bergeson able to get out there and
pull
the running back down at about the 10.
Bergeson.
That's Valadares, the running back. And we're going to have a 3-yard loss on that play. So trying that speed option to try to get to the outside edge.
Yeah. And really that was the only running play they've been able to get around those ends out there. Derek able to shut it down rather quickly.
Another full house backfield, 3 running backs. Going to throw the screen pass. It's overthrown, intended for Valadares. Is that who that is? 19,
yeah,
Valadares.
19.
Avery Ellis, the linebacker, out in coverage. Neither one of them able to secure the ball. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Avery did a good job picking him up.
That's the 7th pass attempt for Hanrahan.
We'll see if looks like they're going to line up in a traditional punt formation this time.
Luke's going to go back. We'll see where he settles in. I think if I were them, I'd probably kick it away from him if they're capable, but they're going to kick it.
Nice punt.
Nice punt. He's going to actually call the fair catch, and they're going to spot the ball at his own 48-yard line. I think that was
I wouldn't be surprised
if
that was a command.
I think the sideline dictated that he call the fair catch because that punt got to him in a hurry, and he had a lot of space.
Yeah, he did.
No hang time.
And a good option, making the fair catch.
Well, you know, it gives you your offense a little more space to navigate, be able to work on some things. And still, you know, respect the opponent for making the trip. Derek in shotgun. He's going to hand off to Avery Ellis coming around the left side. Gets a few blocks, pops all the way to the outside. He's going to try to outrun a few guys. And he does. The last guy that had a shot at him was the cornerback. I can't see that number because his jersey's rolled up, but that's a 48-yard touchdown run. That's going to help his average.
It is. And another example, Avery got the reputation of the heavyweight bruiser back, but he's got some speed too when he gets out in the open field, able to run away from those DBs. Down the left sideline, 48-yard touchdown for the Knights. Luis Cruz on for the extra point this time. Snap is good, and the kick is through.
Cruz with an extra point.
Good. All right, we'll take a break. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
TP Septic has been servicing the Columbia Basin's residential and commercial needs for over 30 years. We're here to pump you out. Or service septic tanks, unclog pipes, or drop off a portable toilet. We do it all. Call TP Septic today at 488-2844 or find us online at tpseptic.com. Be sure to also find us on Instagram and Facebook. TP Septic.
We're number 1 in the number 2 business.
Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights. At Simplot Grower Solutions, we believe our responsibility to the planet begins right here in our community, where we live, work, and play. Unity and pride drive a winning team of farmers, partners, and Simplot employees who work hard to feed our local communities and the world beyond. It's an honor to support the community that has supported our business year after year and generation to generation. Thanks for your partnership. Check out our website at simplot.com.
Calling all Knights fans, Royal City's newest restaurant, Guard Public House, invites you to come on in for great locally sourced, scratch-made food with everything from burgers to pizzas, salads, steaks, and more. Open daily at 11 a.m. for lunch and serving dinner Wednesday through Sunday evenings. Located 1 block south of Harvest Foods. Happy eating!
Okay, we're back, and I imagine we're going to see, we're seeing some reserves even here on the kickoff coverage team. I imagine even though that we're only just barely starting the second quarter, we're going to see some backups mix into the offense and defense as well. That kickoff lands about 4 yards deep in the end zone.
Vega kicks it into the end zone.
I guess there is a bit of a breeze picking up now that I look at the flags.
From the 20.
Well, he made the most of it. It's going to be a touchback. The Lightning will start this drive to open the second quarter on their own 20-yard line. Essentially, they've been basically between the 16 and the 24 pretty much.
Yeah.
on every drive. So
yeah, I think once or twice on the 21, 22 maybe. Looks like we have a whole host of substitutions defensively.
Kai Jinks, number 40 at cornerback on the near side.
Got Andon Delfaux, Clinton Garnick, Seth Jorgensen.
Linebacker Oscar Cervantes.
At the corner on the far side, it's Gage Jenks, Elijah Jenks at safety.
Hunter LaFrance at the other safety, number 20. He's a senior. Hanrahan drops back, looks to his right, throws it down the middle, intercepted by Elijah Jenks. He's going to work his way to the left side and go out of bounds, probably at about the 15-yard line.
Elijah Jenks on the interception for the night.
Yeah, Elijah was all over that pass.
Just stepped in front of the receiver at the last time. And, you know, as a freshman quarterback back there throwing passes, he's thrown 4 interceptions. He's got to be frustrated. And maybe we'll talk to our halftime interview is going to be with Caden Jenks. And maybe remind me to talk to him about the process of learning to see the safety and read the safety on those deep balls. Because that's one of the more difficult things, I think, to do as a young guy is you see a guy open, you think because he's got to step on the cornerback, you don't see that safety lurking back there, and that's what happened that time.
Well, and that's the first time he dropped back where he had time.
He did have time. You're right.
So might have found himself with a little bit happier feet than maybe he'd normally have.
Edgar De La Rosa, number 7, into the game for the Knights. Knights on offense. Ball inside marked at the 14-yard line. Derek Bergeson still out there at quarterback. He's going to throw the ball to in the corner, intended for De La Rosa. Just barely overthrows him.
Toss attempt, Bergeson.
Ball was on the left hash.
Incomplete.
Edgar all the way out on the numbers on the right side. Derek threw it out into the corner, but just outside the reach. Edgar laid out. Looks like he slid a little bit. Hopefully he didn't run out of turf down there.
First incompletion on the night for Derek. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. A few backups on the offensive line as well. Inside handoff, Eric Myrick on that cut play gets some good blocking. He's going to get all the way in. They're going to say touchdown. He's in from 14 yards out.
Some nice cuts there by Eric as he was going back and forth through the defense of LaSalle. Met right at the goal line, but able to power through, pick up the touchdown.
Vega sets the kick.
Looks like Vega ready for this extra point.
Derek Allred, the holder. Good hold. Kick is up. Signal good. So 20 seconds into the second quarter, the Knights have a 56-0 lead. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
It's your family road trip, your limousine, your business. It's what you drive. Take care of it at Point S Tire and Auto Service. For tires and expert service you can trust. Get to the point. Point S, expert service guaranteed.
At Napa Auto Parts, we know that trucks are as varied as their owners. From small imports and full-size pickups to vans large and small, even bigger rigs. If you own a truck, Napa has more of what you need than anybody. So no matter what truck you drive, we've got the part or accessory for you. Well, almost every truck. At Napa Auto Parts, you'll find the largest selection of different parts and accessories available anywhere, and the most knowledgeable people in the business. Great products, great prices, and great people. That's Napa.
I think the decision is made. We'll have to pay attention, Chad. I think the decision is made to go to a running clock here, even though it's not halftime. Wow, another deep kick, even deeper, about 7 yards into the end zone. That was Cruz, so
so both of them getting one.
Yeah, I think they're challenging each other. A little game of horse out there.
Well, the breeze definitely has picked up with most of that, with that entire first quarter played on the west end of the field, never even noticed that the flags were
Right.
moving.
Yeah.
So the breeze is picked up, blowing from west to east, as is customary here on the Royal Slope. No surprise to anyone who's lived here. And so both Angel and Luis using that to their advantage, sticking it into the end zone, giving LaSalle some of their better field position of the game so far. Having problems getting everybody out on the field, it looks like. So timeout called by LaSalle.
Timeout, LaSalle.
They're going to call timeout. We'll take a timeout, too. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
From the most trusted name in the Columbia Basin comes Callahan Gravel. You'll love Callahan's rock-solid product. Multiple applications include driveways, roads, stackyards, and landscaping. A pothole's worst nightmare. Call Callahan Gravel at 346-2208 to get rocked.
Hey guys, Micah Chen here from Cascadia Preps. Looking for the best coverage of high school football? Cascadia Preps is your #1 stop for all things high school football, team rankings, game analysis, and weekly podcasts from around the state. Visit us today at cascadiapreps.com.
Yeah, we're in a running clock situation here, which is fairly justified. I think the lone remaining starter in the game is number 5, Dylan Allred, in there at middle linebacker to make the calls and keep everything organized. Running back rolls out, and is that complete? Nearly complete? Interception? What are they going to call? Incomplete.
They're going to call incomplete pass.
There's a couple guys rolling around, diving for the ball, offense and defense. The Knights thought maybe they came up with it.
Oh, it looks like their defense is coming off the field, so maybe they did give it to Kale.
Knights picked it off at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10.
It was kind of in front of the team. Couldn't really see. I think it was Kale Jenks. He was who was
I
playing
think
corner on this side.
He's the one that stood up with the ball.
So interception for Kale.
Great. Kale's a senior. And like I said, there's 21, 22 seniors, so it's hard for all those guys to find the amount of playing time they'd like to, but he got in there early in this game and making the most of it.
So it looks like the second strings coming out onto the field for the offense this time. See who we have once they get lined up there. Dylan Allred coming into quarterback.
Dylan, very capable, completed all 4 of his passes last week. Give to Caleb Hernandez up the middle, works his way to the numbers. He's going to be brought down, but not for a first down. He's going to take the ball from the 31-yard line.
Caleb, one who got a lot of time playing in the spring season. Avery was out for a couple games with an injury, and Caleb is who took his place. And so getting him into the game, getting him some carries, some touches,
made the tackle for the Lightning.
Definitely not a huge step back.
No, very capable. Probably a more shifty runner than Avery, and doesn't have the mass, but certainly not afraid to put his shoulder down. Inside handoff, and in Delfaux. Snell, the linebacker, gets on him early, but Delfaux with the leg drive is going to keep moving forward. We'll see where they spot the ball. It was on the 14. He's going to get inside the 10.
Needham and Judd both able to bring him down after a
5-yard gain.
5-yard gain.
9-yard line.
Some determination
5-yard
there.
gain.
Snell hit him, tried to rip the ball out, and kind of lost hold of him when he tried to do that, so left it for those 2 big guys to pull him down.
Allred under center. Delfaux and Hernandez in the backfield. Hand off to Hernandez. Snell gets a hold of him. This time he does bring him down.
On the carry.
Actually going to be maybe a short loss. Snell with a nice play from his linebacker position.
Lined up on the line right now for the Knights. Looks like Tito Flores at center.
Number 52.
Nick Santillan at right guard. Ray Eilers at right tackle. And then on the left side, Brian Cedillo at guard and the freshman Garnick playing left tackle.
Yeah, that's essentially the JV line. Hand off to Hernandez. He breaks the first tackle. Gets snapped down by the big man, number 75.
Hernandez again on the carry.
Yeah, that's Needham getting in there again.
Do they list him? What do they list him at?
Big.
It says large, 6'2", 265.
Fourth down from the 10-yard line.
Fourth down. Looks like the Knights are going to line up for a field goal.
This is rare. Where's Coach Jensen? He's got to be excited right now.
Angel Vega on for this one.
From the right hash mark, so not an easy ask, but probably a good practice for future situations. Hold is good. Kick is a rocket.
Looks like it's
good. Field goal is good.
Nice kick. That would have been good from a long ways away.
Yes.
Angel Vega coming through with the Knights for the field goal.
The running clock, we're probably not going to see a lot of scoring here before the halftime break, but a field goal, a nice one, and we'll take it. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights.
If you want to be a winner, then get a turkey footlong from Subway. That's oven-roasted turkey, piled high with crisp veggies on freshly baked bread. So let's get out there and get those footlongs.
Got some more substitutions.
Yeah, more
on the
substitutions. That gives us a premonition of what we're going to see on defense and offense as we look at this kick coverage team. And that's going to go into the end zone as well.
Ball goes through the end zone.
A few of the younger Knights in on that one.
First and 10 from
Jacob
20.
Lee, Wes Christensen, or Jared Lee.
Jared Lee. Jacob hasn't played organized football in a little while.
No.
Older brother.
Couple more seniors out onto the field.
Edgar Hernandez, number 74. He's going to come in at the left defensive end position.
Right defensive end will be Justin Smith. Mike Gonzalez joining Cervantes at linebacker, so Dylan's now out of the game.
Dylan's done for the night on defense at least.
Looks like Gage and Kale or Jenks both still at the corners. And I think Edgar De La Rosa in at safety for Elijah Jenks now. So.
Well, Edgar is, there's 1A and 1B. Edgar's right there with all the talent to be the starter. Just so many guys to get on the field. So it's good to watch him get some snaps here. Handoff. Decent gain up the middle.
Yeah, looked like Justin Smith and Andon Delfaux in on the tackle on that one.
That's 37
I think that was Snell.
3-yard gain.
And Gonzalez, a couple of the Knights in on that tackle. Gain of a couple yards. Second down and 8.
Snell will be in the backfield again. Off behind the right hip of Hanrahan. No tight end. The Lightning don't use a tight end. Hanrahan throws. It's a backward pass, but it's caught by Snell. He's not going to get back to that the line of scrimmage, I don't believe.
No, it looks like they're going to mark him for a short loss there.
And the truth is that was a backward pass, so I can't even count that as a completion for Hanrahan. It's going to be a 1-yard loss ultimately for Snell.
And Garnick. Couple of the Knights in on that stop.
Yeah, quite a few guys there
It's
for
a
Royal.
Short loss on the play. It's third down and 8.
Back to pass, looking to his left. He throws the deep ball and nearly intercepted. They're going to throw a penalty flag. They're going to call pass interference on that. That had to be called on.
Assuming they're going to call it on Cale Jenks.
Yeah, Hunter came across, had a chance to pick that ball. But he's frustrated with himself, but the truth is it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have counted because the official was definitely throwing that pass interference. I'll have to watch that on film later. I just saw the ball floating up, and I think my eyes followed the ball, and I didn't see what was happening underneath. But 15-yard penalty is going to be by far the biggest move forward for the Lightning offense.
Kel was right there with him the whole way. I couldn't tell if he did get his head turned around, was kind of playing for the ball or not. But
well, technically you don't have to turn your head around. You can face guard, but the officials kind of in their head, if you don't turn for the ball and there is contact, they're much more likely to call the pass interference, I think. Handoff this time, number 20 in there at running back. We'll see if he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Number 20 is Kanelopoulos, Kostas Kanelopoulos, a sophomore.
Shifty little runner there. Clinton Garnick kind of cleaning him up
on the play. 2nd and 10.
right at the line of scrimmage.
Gonna guess there's some Greek heritage there. I'm sure he's proud of his Greek heritage.
Definitely.
Gonna have a full house backfield here again. Hanrahan's gonna have running backs on either side of him, and then Kanelopoulos behind him. He's gonna fake the handoff to Snell. Pressure's coming. The ball floats, and it's gonna be intercepted. Is that Gage? That's Gage Jenks working to the right-hand side. Looks like he's got a clear path to the end zone. And he's going to do it. About a 42-yard interception return.
Justin Smith with pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, Justin Smith came in, hit Hanrahan right at the moment he was throwing the ball.
That really did make the difference.
Turned it into a kind of a floater, and
yeah,
Gage was able to get to it before LaSalle was, and then knife through him. So back out now this time for the kick, Luis Cruz for the Knights.
30 seconds left in the half.
Looking for the ball boys.
Well,
they're not as experienced as what we've had.
Seth Jorgensen comes out to, even though he's a starter, I think they were down a man, so he runs out there to make sure they got enough guys out there. And then they have a specific ball that they prefer for kicking, and that was kind of what got lost there. The ball boy getting a little chastisement there for not being prepared, but
well, he's had a little bit to do today, so
good snap, good hold. Kick is up and through. So with 27 seconds left in the second quarter, nearly at halftime, the Knights jump out to a 66-0 lead. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
TP Septic has been servicing the Columbia Basin's residential and commercial needs for over 30 years. We're here to pump you out. Or service septic tanks, unclog pipes, or drop off a portable toilet. We do it all. Call TP Septic today at 488-2844 or find us online at tpseptic.com. Be sure to also find us on Instagram and Facebook. TP Septic.
We're number one in the number two business.
Vega set to kick. With the running clock, I'm curious to see if they'll stop it and allow them to run a play of offense after this, or if this will be essentially the last action before halftime. Vega drives it into the end zone, so no time will come off the clock. So that means that the Lightning will have a chance to run a play here.
To the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
They have 2 timeouts, but I can't imagine they want to do anything other than let this clock run out and get to the halftime break.
From the 20-yard line.
So a few JV coming in now. Bennett Brown looks like lining up at the right defensive end. Jared Lee coming in.
He'd probably go left defensive end, or they're going to push Mike Gonzalez to defensive end and have Jared take his spot at middle linebacker.
Is that Alatorre coming in?
That's Alatorre is going to come in as well. Actually, Mike moves to outside linebacker. They needed the 11th.
Trevor Dorsing now in at safety with, I think, Peyton Livingston's the corner on the far side.
Yeah, that makes sense. Number 14, that's who that would be. Aaron drops back. He looks to his right. He throws the pass. It's completed. Going to be no gain or very little.
Tackle made by Delfo.
Delfo on the stop. They give Hanrahan credit for
the reception. That is the end of the first
reception.
Half.
And looks like that's going to take us to halftime.
It's going to take us to the halftime break. We're going to run a few ads here. This is the Washington Fruit and Produce halftime show, and we're going to have a special guest for a halftime interview. We'll be back in a few minutes with that interview.
Mud, no problem. Bugs, no problem. Nasty road salt, no problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the nights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Trunk Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
Get the good stuff
at Napa Auto Parts. We know you have a choice of where to go when it comes to get parts and accessories for your vehicle. We appreciate every time you choose Napa. More and more folks just like you are choosing Napa every day. And we like to think there are a couple of pretty good reasons for that. Like Napa's quality parts. Our national warranty program good at over 6,000 Napa stores, as well as thousands of Napa Auto Care centers. At Napa, you'll find quality, experienced people to help you find everything from which wiper blade or set of brakes is best for your vehicle to the best running board or shocks for your truck, SUV, or car. And when it comes to selection, we've got more different parts and accessories available than any other parts store, period. Go to Napa for quality parts, quality people, huge selection, and the best warranty in the business. Napa.
Napa. Get the good stuff. You want to win out there today? Then get a tuna footlong from Subway. It's 100% wild caught on freshly baked bread. Let's show them what you're made of. You're made of tuna. Go get those footlongs. Now at Subway by
Okay, we're back here for the Washington Fruit and Produce halftime show. Our special guest, former Royal Knights quarterback and two-time state champion.
Yep, just two.
Caden Jenks. Caden, thanks for taking the time. I know you're on the sideline helping out, and with this halftime lead, I think that they can afford to have you up here in the booth. So one of the things that we kind of were talking about during the game, this is a freshman quarterback, we believe, over there, and he's thrown 6 interceptions, and he's struggling. And so, you know, one of the things that I was kind of talking about, and you can speak to this for me a little bit, and your development from middle school freshman, you became a starter partway through your freshman year, and there's a lot to learn, and you were probably like drinking out of a fire hydrant at that point, right? But what we were talking about is trying to read that safety. Talk to me about that challenge as a young quarterback. You know, you think your guy's open, he's got to step on the cornerback, and you should have a hard time seeing the safety. Talk to me a little bit about that principle of playing quarterback.
Well, it's really all about recognizing coverage and how all that works and knowing where their safety's supposed to be and where he's actually going to be. And then from a quarterback standpoint, you can manipulate from there. But as a freshman, it is incredibly hard to get into the nuances of the game like that.
So how much of that is a pre-snap read, and how much of that is a live read?
In high school, it's mostly pre-snap. I've found there's very few teams that will roll coverages and try to confuse you that way. We do it, which is I think a big reason why there's 6 picks from LaSalle tonight. But yeah.
Okay, so we talked about you being the former starter here for the Knights, basically 3.5-year starter. The Knights are on an incredible winning percentage run, and you and your teammates lay at the foundation of that. And then after that, you had a stint to go play some college football that came to an inauspicious ending, and we'll talk about that whether you want to, if you want to, or if you don't want to, that's fine.
All good.
But talk to me a little bit about being part of, you didn't grow up in Royal City. You became part of this program. How old were you when you grew?
About 10.
About 10. So you started playing some grid kids.
Yep.
Okay. And so you basically went through the whole program then. Talk to me about playing in this program, the development at the high school level, and how it prepared you for the college game, and maybe what was different than you expected when you went to the college level.
Well, just growing up in Royal, obviously it's a great town, and really the support system and how we treat football was a big part of where and how I got to where I got to. And then going into college, it's just a different type of thing. There's no different sport to give you a break from football, and you got to really love football if you want to go do that. And it's a job, man.
Well, I think maybe the last time some of the Royal Knights fans saw you play live was in the Tacoma Dome, and boy, at that game you were doing a little bit of everything. I think you were the long snapper, and maybe were you the snapper and the punter? I'm not sure, but you were involved a little bit of everything. I remember you being completely exhausted after that game, elated but exhausted. So I guess talk to me a little bit about. Well, I don't know. I don't know how many people saw. I mean, it made national TV. your injury that really, I mean, I don't know how much you would say that, how the impact that had on your career. Obviously, a large impact. But tell me a little bit about that experience.
Well, it was just different, playing football growing up. You see it happen to other people, and you never think it'll happen to you. But it's just something, a little adversity to go through. It's just how life happens, right? Just a dislocated ankle that went a little too far around and broke the rest of it. So,
just a dislocated ankle. Now, is the myth true that you said, "Hey, can we tape this thing up"?
Well, I was thinking Tim Tebow, Max Hall, those guys were playing with broken fibulas and stuff, and they told me it was just dislocated. So I said, "Shoot, dude, if they can do it, I can do it." Okay,
so it is true. All right. Hey, if nothing else, Royal produces hard-nosed guys that want to win and want to compete at all levels and at all costs. So that's hats off to you, and that's also hats off to your upbringing and being part of this Royal program. So these days you're back in Royal.
Yes, sir.
And I'm assuming you're gainfully employed.
Yes, sir.
So, but what has been your role? I see you out here at practice often. And on the sidelines, what kind of role has Coach Allred kind of asked you to fill, and what's that experience been like being back in your hometown and back with this program?
Oh, it's been great just getting to work with all these kids and how attentive and willing they are to learn. And I've basically been over the quarterbacks and helping out with receivers a little bit. Not that I'm needed that much with how these boys play, but it's been fun to really see how they grow and get better every day.
So it's hard to compare one year to another, one generation to another, but as you're out there with these guys and you know that they're trying to fine-tune their game for a state championship run, what do you see that you like about these guys, and where do you see room for improvement over the next 8 or 9 games?
Well, I love just how versatile we are, and we can run the ball, we can throw the ball deep, we can throw the ball short, get yards after the catch, and then defensively, it's a knockout always. There's no doubt about that. I think there's still always room for improvement and just cleaning up the little mistakes, right? Until we're completely perfect and every player can grade out at 100%, analyzing every bit of his game, there's always work to do and room to get better.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the family a little bit. You're the oldest.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Brother Sawyer, also a state champion quarterback that followed in your footsteps for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Where's he at? What's he up to?
He's in Florida on a mission right now.
Okay. When does he get back?
About a year.
Okay.
So
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I did.
That's all good.
Okay. So down the line, your brother Detton, we've talked about him tonight. He's playing nose guard and starting on the offensive line as a junior. started last year on the offensive line as a sophomore, so maybe a little bit different of a body type than you and Sawyer were, but making great strides, I think, and learning to play. I think he's always had the size and strength, learning to play more physical, so it's been fun to watch that development.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And can you still take him?
Oh, I can still take them all.
You can still take them all?
There's never a doubt. You just got to be the older brother.
Okay, all right. You got to make sure they know. So they never, it's like when they get off, it's like we say when some teams get off the bus, they're already beat. You make sure that they know when they get off the bus.
Oh, yeah, it's a mind game.
Okay, gotcha. The nurturing big brother, James. Okay, and youngest brother, Ben. I see him out here taking snaps with the C team. He's in a quarterback rotation. Looks like there's 3 great quarterbacks. We don't know how that'll evolve by the time they get to the varsity level, but that's a group of boys that loaded with talent and having a bunch of success. Have you had a chance to watch those guys much?
Yep, I've been at almost all their games, and it's really fun just watching them rotate through quarterbacks and the offense never miss a beat. It'll be really interesting to see how it plays out between those 3 because they're all super hard workers. They all throw the ball well. They all make good decisions. It'll be really fun to watch.
And, a great group of talent. And, the thing is, whichever one ends up being the quarterback, the other 2 are going to be great assets wherever else they're asked to play. So they've been really fun to watch, and they've been dominant in the games that they've had so far this year. Chad, any questions you got for Caden while we got him on the hot seat here?
No, you nailed them all. It's good to have him here.
It is.
Good to
it
see
really
him.
is good to have
him
you
interact with the kids
in the community. These kids know you. They know the tradition, and whether or not you think you have a big impact or that they need you much here, they absolutely do. And it's great for these kids to see the greats coming back and being on the sideline and helping them to get better and believing in them. And wanting them to be able to do the same things that you were able to do. So, hey, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Any parting words of wisdom you have for us before we let you get back down there?
Go Knights.
Go Knights. That's very wise, very wise. Thanks, Caden.
Thank you.
You bet.
Royal Premix Concrete is a proud supporter of our Royal Knights. Please give us a call at 509-346-9202. We're happy to help you with all your concrete delivery needs. Business, agricultural, residential, no job is too big or too small. We cover the entire Columbia Basin. Our front discharge trucks save you time, money, and manpower. We're one of the only concrete companies in the area that offer these trucks. Next time you need some concrete delivered to your location, please call us at 509-346-9202. You'll be glad you did. Locally owned and operated, Royal Premix Concrete wishes good luck tonight to all of our athletes.
Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights.
From the most trusted name in the Columbia Basin comes Callahan Gravel. You'll love Callahan's rock-solid product. Multiple applications include driveways, roads, stackyards, and landscaping. A pothole's worst nightmare. Call Callahan Gravel at 346-2208 to get rocked.
It's your family road trip, your limousine, your business. It's what you drive. Take care of it at Point S Tire and Auto Service. For tires and expert service you can trust. Get to the point. Point S, expert service guaranteed.
At Simplot Grower Solutions, we believe our responsibility to the planet begins right here in our community, where we live, work, and play. Unity and pride drive a winning team of farmers, partners, and Simplot employees who work hard to feed our local communities and the world beyond. It's an honor to support the community that has supported our business year after year and generation to generation. Thanks for your partnership. Check out our website at simplot.com. Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairy Gold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com.
TP Septic has been servicing the Columbia Basin's residential and commercial needs for over 30 years. We're here to pump you out. Or service septic tanks, unclog pipes, or drop off a portable toilet. We do it all. Call TP Septic today at 488-2844 or find us online at tpseptic.com. Be sure to also find us on Instagram and Facebook. TP Septic.
We're number one in the number two business.
Hey guys, Micah Chen here from Cascadia Preps. Looking for the best coverage of high school football? Cascadia Preps is your number one stop for all things high school football, team rankings, game analysis, and weekly podcasts from around the state. Visit us today at cascadiapreps.com.
Calling all Knights fans. Royal City's newest restaurant, Guard Public House, invites you to come on in for great locally sourced, scratch-made food with everything from burgers to pizzas, salads, steaks, and more. Open daily at 11 a.m. for lunch and serving dinner Wednesday through Sunday evenings. Located 1 block south of Harvest Foods. Happy eating!
Get the best and let them do their thing. That's what the Knight football team and Roots full-service salon have in common. Whether you're building up a state championship team or creating a style that your client wants, it takes time, knowledge, and personality. All of our qualified stylists at Roots are committed to making you look and feel your very best. We offer an extensive hair menu, teeth whitening, spray tanning, customized facials, sugaring, waxing, barbering, lash extensions, Botox, filler, and nails. We can do it all. So come in, tell us your vision, and we guarantee you'll go home smelling much better than the Royal Knights football players do.
This kickoff goes inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line. Return man finding his way, gets to the outside. And finally brought down, but a good return out past the 35-yard line.
Case Christensen on the stop.
Case Christensen, sophomore, is the one that catches up to him and brings him down, but it's going to be good field position for the Lightning. The Lightning, halftime stats, we'll go through that a little bit. One completion for Hanrahan on, I have it as 12 attempts, but I may have missed a few. What I didn't miss is the Knights have 6 interceptions. And then 14 carries for negative 30 yards rushing.
Yeah, when that first unit was in, he didn't have time to do much of anything. Definitely was rushing it and threw it into a lot of stellar night coverage.
Pass play this time again, nearly picked off by Delfo, intended for, is that Valadares?
Yeah, that was Valadares.
Yeah, Valadares.
Second down and 10.
Handon stepped right in front of that. Ball kind of through the hands. Again, Hanrahan with a little more time. Able to set his feet, put the ball out there.
Delfo there for the Knights on the defense.
This is basically the same defense that was out there to end the half for the Knights. Hand off to Snell. In fact, it's not handed off well. Hanrahan has to pick it up off the ground. Ball rolls around. And it's going to be a loss on the play. Hanrahan was able to get his hands back on the ball.
Looks like he lost it on the tackle. Recovered by the Knights.
Oh, wow. It was a 5-yard loss plus the fumble recovered by the Knights. Gives us a chance to talk about this Knights halftime stats. A little bit different story, although not incredibly high numbers because of the short field. But Derek Bergeson completed 3 out of 4 for 62 yards.
Luis Cruz coming in for the Knights on
Yeah, he's been
quarterback.
he's been the JV quarterback, and also on the ground, 12 carries.
Of the game, Addie Lawrence.
We'll wait.
Lee down by where the cheerleaders are. Like down.
Jared Lee on the carry avoids a tackle. That may have been Snell. He's down. Starting middle linebacker. And it's going to be a good carry for Jared on his first touch of the game. He's going to get the first down.
Down to the 25
Yeah,
yard
Snell,
11-yard gain.
Snell got to him for what would have been a short gain. Kind of tried to just throw him down, and Jared able to keep his feet underneath of him.
Okay, Knights 12 carries, 135 yards. So that's obviously more than 10 yards per carry. And 6 touchdowns on the ground. The Knights also had 3 interception returns for touchdowns. Lee again on the carry out right side, picking and choosing, trying to weave around those blockers. He's wrapped up, falls forward. Not going to get 11 yards, but probably about 3.
Justice Baker for LaSalle on the tackle.
Barker.
Barker.
Looks like there is an R in there. Barker.
You're not going to argue with the PA announcer, are you?
Well, wouldn't it be the first time?
3-yard gain.
Looks like some substitutions for LaSalle also on the defensive line.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of numbers over there, so they can't go too deep. Lee again off left tackle, pops out to the right-hand side, stiff arm, stays on his feet before he's brought down by number 63. He's going to get inside the 15.
First down.
Yeah, Jared just kind of staying behind his guys, trying left, trying right, trying left, trying right.
He's got a very unique style. It reminds me a lot of Luke on that interception return where he's just kind of bobbing and weaving, looking for blocks.
No interest in being tackled.
Daniel Allard made that last
Yeah,
tackle.
he thinks it would be much more simple if he just went to the end zone each time. And if he figures if he's patient enough, he can find a way. It's like a puzzle. Bennett Brown, the fullback, he's going to block out front. Lee gets the ball. 74 latches onto him. That's a big boy. He's going to bring him down. Could be another gain as well, though, for the Knights.
Lee with the carry again up the middle. He gained
61. Castellano in the game.
Second down 6 from the 11-yard line.
Getting a good push.
58. Wes Christensen. See if we can call out some of these guys. Make their moms happy. .25 Trevor Dorsing in at tight end. Who else? 54. Pass outside to Peyton Livingston. He's done a much better job this year of being able to catch that ball cleanly. And he's going to get the touchdown from 11 yards out.
Yeah, just a quick out to him and able to get right up the field. Cornerback was way inside, lined up.
Believe it or not,
Peyton out there on his own.
That is the first passing touchdown of the night.
Cruz able to sneak that one through.
Good.
So with that, PAT good for the Knights.
5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. The Knights up 73-0. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
TP Septic has been servicing the Columbia Basin's residential and commercial needs for over 30 years. We're here to pump you out. Or service septic tanks, unclog pipes, or drop off a portable toilet. We do it all. Call TP Septic today at 488-2844 or find us online at tpseptic.com. Be sure to also find us on Instagram and Facebook. TP Septic.
We're number 1 in the number 2 business.
Hey, well, I like that ad, TP Septic. If you're going to be number 1 in something, I mean, if you're in the number 2 business, you might as well be number 1, right?
I would think so.
I mean, you don't want to be number 2 in the number 2 business. That wouldn't be good at all.
Whole host of new faces again on the kickoff. And this one not quite all the way in.
Number 13, the return man. It bounces off of him about the 8-yard line. He picks it up, goes upfield, gets past the 20. And that was a different kicker as well. That was number 18.
Trevor Dorsey
for the
with
Knights.
tackle.
That's Alexis Gonzalez. He's a
You
freshman.
bring it out to the 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
More guys coming into the game here for the Knights. Number 12, Ezra Jenks. He's a freshman, one of those quarterbacks that Caden and I were talking about when we had our interview with him.
Next to him is Ben Jenks at the other safety.
Yeah, and the other one of the other quarterbacks.
In the corner on this side, it looks like is DJ De La Rosa.
This is the freshman team. Number 43
is Trent Jensen.
Trent Jensen at outside linebacker. Number 11 is
Lance
an
Allred.
Lance Allred, the younger brother of Dylan Allred.
I think 32 is Ethan Ellis.
Pitch goes outside. The defense is there in a hurry. First guy that made contact, we're going to give him some credit. 46. 46 is
Nathan Niebla.
I was going to say Juan Niebla. That ain't right. That didn't seem right. Juan's little brother, Nathan Niebla, freshman in the game. Also in the game, number 80 is Jackson Larson.
Arceo with the
up front, a couple of those guys. Is that 67 or 57?
67 says Javier Tenorio.
7 yards at 2nd and 17.
Okay.
Yep, that was. And then Alex Arceo, number 51.
Gotcha. Deep pass thrown. Alexis Gonzalez there on the coverage.
Pass attempt falls incomplete.
It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Good opportunity for these young guys to get out here and
yeah, and they're going to get
they're going to get a lot of snaps.
More than a quarter of work. Another guy coming in the game, number 75, Luis Darris. Luis, a sophomore. Imagine there'd be a lot of rotating in these young guys.
And no matter what the score, you know these guys coming out here on a varsity game, there are some definite nerves going on.
Some of the JV guys only got like 3 snaps. Hanrahan throws to the right. Intercepted. That's going to be run back for a touchdown. Is that number 18?
That's
number Alexis.
Touchdown.
There's going to be a flag down. Looks like they're going to call a roughing the passer.
If that was...
Which I think it was number 51, Alex Arceo.
Alexis Gonzalez with the pick.
Who got there to the quarterback.
Okay, so that's going to be... The interception will be negated. Great play, though, by Alexis, just biding his time and stepping in front of that pass. And that's one of the trouble with those long passes to the edge is if the defense gets there and beats you to it, they've got a clean path if they intercept the ball.
So another substitution for the Knights defense, number 30, Jordy Trinidad on that right cornerback.
Penalty against the Knights. So that pitch does not count. 1st and 10 from the 29.
Hanrahan drops back. He's going to throw it across the middle. And Lance Allred with a play at the ball. It was intended for number 8, Garza. Just a seam route right up the middle.
Yeah, he found a little opening there between the linebackers and the deep safeties. Hanrahan had to get it just over Lance's head. That put the ball a little too high for his receiver.
It's a more difficult pass than it seems. You got to have a little bit of touch on that. Hey, one thing we're supposed to talk about, valet transportation. You know that guy, Ray Valet? You ever heard of him?
I have heard of him.
Okay, yeah. Sponsor of the broadcast, and he sponsors the turnover of the game. It's hard to pick. It's been 6. Has there been any fumble turnovers as well?
Well, we had the one that last possession. on the tackle. Larson with the
Jackson Larson, right?
Getting to him. Looks like it is going to be a little short gain, but still chasing him all the way around back there. Good job by
the
him.
End of the quarter.
Couple substitutions running on there right before the quarter ended. 67, Javier Tenorio back on, and number 72, Roberto Santillan.
Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back for fourth quarter action. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
All growers know that water is not only a key to life, but also a key to their success. The age-old question must always be answered: when to water and how much? Fortunately, the team at Principal Ag makes it easier to answer those questions correctly than ever before. Did you know that good soil water management also improves nutrient uptake and crop storability? Let them provide you with the data and tools that you need to make effective decisions in managing your resources and optimizing your production. They can help you monitor and measure your soil moisture, environmental variables, plant water use, and more with a suite of sensors and imaging tools that deliver actionable data wherever you are. The best part is that when you call, they answer. With unparalleled service, Gents, Mike, and the rest of the team are ready to meet with you in the office or in the field to provide training, insight, and experience. Your success is their mission. Visit them at principalag.com or give them a call at 509-731-4625.
So we'll start the fourth quarter. The Lightning will have the ball. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Hanrahan's going to take the high snap, look to the left. He's going to throw a little out pass to number 19, Valadares. And Jackson Larson, very promising freshman, been in on a few plays here, making the tackle there. It's going to be a tackle for a loss.
Ethan Ellis.
Yeah, great job by Larson sniffing out that running back coming out on the screen. Ethan Ellis also there for Royal on the defense.
Another 4-yard loss, nearly 5 yards. Yeah, Ethan, freshman, middle linebacker, younger brother of Avery Ellis and Owen Ellis and Isaac Ellis. And a good tradition of Ellis athletes in this Royal program, and looks like Ethan is the tail end of the bunch, but has a lot of promise. Hanrahan's going to be in shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll to his right, look to throw back. He does have his man Valadares, but before he can turn upfield and get the first down, Lance Allred recovers, gets back to him and tackles him about a yard short.
I think they're going to give it to him.
And they're going to give it to him. You know, they did that a couple times last week too. He was clearly at least a yard short, but they're going to give him the 14 yards. That's a completion.
First down
for Hanrahan
at the 39-yard line.
So
yeah, good play design for
passing.
them, going to the right and back to their running back out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Looked like the Knights may have had him short of the first down, but
it'll show up on film, right? Hanrahan, a lot of time, throwing across the middle, and nearly intercepted. Ben Jinks had a shot at it. The receiver turned into the defender, and
ball's incomplete.
Then the other receiver coming across from the other post, 24, looked like he had a chance at it too, but ultimately it just ends up being an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, kind of bounced off a few face masks over there.
I thought he had great defensive position inside the receiver. Beautiful position.
Yeah, Ben was in good spot. The LaSalle receiver, good job of keeping him from getting that interception.
Right.
But then popped it right into his own guy's face.
High snap. Hanrahan brings it down and tries to throw it out to his right, a little screen pass. And there's Jackson Larson again, batting that ball down. Long, lanky body for a freshman, and good timing. Gets up and bats that ball away. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, this defense doing a good job for Royal.
They are. They are.
That freshman group you talked a lot about, they have a few guys playing quarterbacks, some good skilled kids. They also have some beef up front.
Yeah, it's a class that I think really has kind of got a complete group. There really isn't a lot of, I mean, they're going to need to mature and get stronger and all that stuff, but there's not blaring gaps. Glaring? What's the glaring, I think is the better word. Valadares on the end around, and he's going to pick up the first down. Still up. He's going to get probably 16 yards on that carry. As they finally ball him up, and they say that they stopped his forward progress.
Got the shift change.
So Valadares,
3 defensive linemen.
With that 16-yard gain, he's into positive rushing territory personally.
For 45 of the night, several nights.
As a team, I don't know that they are.
Defensive play, 1st and 10.
Moves the ball inside Knight territory, so that may be a first for the Knight. Again, he's basically going to throw the ball hand-to-hand from here on out. Intended, was that Valadares again? Yes.
I think so.
Just over his head, and Valadares kind of stopped and tried to backpedal and jump and time that, but tough one there. Incomplete. Clock running, 7 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Well, and the way that he put his hands to his helmet, wonder if he maybe pulled up on that route when he wasn't supposed to.
Right, and then had to try to make an adjustment that he just wasn't capable of making. Speed option to Valadares. Pitch goes wide. He picks it up on a bounce, fairly clean, but Jackson Larson there. Ethan Ellis also giving chase, but Jackson's the one that runs point on that and brings him down. That's Valadares. Going to be no gain.
Yeah, they did a good job of bottling him up before he could get going.
3rd down.
Valadares listed as a freshman. Quite a few freshmen out there now for LaSalle.
You know, these guys 2 years ago before COVID had a strong team. They had a kid, a Kershaw kid, that was on scholarship to play linebacker at WSU. He had a cousin that was the quarterback. They had some tall, lanky receivers, and they made it to the playoffs and didn't make it as far as they wanted to, obviously. But this team clearly in a rebuilding mode, I think. Bit of a panic pass. It's going to go incomplete. Intended for Valadares. Had a couple guys chasing him down, putting the pressure on him, throwing off his back foot.
Yeah, so who they have out there right now, they've got freshman at quarterback. Valadares is a freshman. Diego Garza's out there. He's listed as a sophomore, number 27. Caleb Everts, he's listed as a freshman. Quite a few younger linemen out there right now, too. So getting some experience for later down the road.
Henderhan looks to his left, throws out there. There's it's intended for number 8. Is that a Garcia? I'm trying to remember.
I think that was Garza. Diego Garza.
Garza, the intended receiver, but it's just thrown even too wide for him to get to. It's going to be a turnover on downs. The ball's going to go to the Knights. They'll have the ball on their own 44-yard line.
So now it looks like quite a few of the freshmen going out there for offense too. Maybe the JV line with the freshman, backfield looks like. Looks like Lance Allred is getting set to come in with the play. Run quarterback for the Knights here on this possession.
Running clock, 4.5 minutes. It'll go quickly, but exciting times for these young guys out there. Niebla comes into the game at tight end. Maybe a handoff. Is that Ellis?
It is.
Ellis gets tripped up in the backfield just a little bit, but retains his balance enough to fall forward.
Ellis on the carry.
To pick up 2 yards.
Ethan Ellis. takes it to the 46.
Part of the problem is I only have so many spots to keep stats for rushing, and we're about filled up all the spots. You know what I'm saying?
You have to add an addendum to the receiving list. Alexis Gonzalez out there at receiver. Ben Jenks lining up in the slot. Jackson Larson also out wide. Nathan Niebla at the tight end.
Lance is going to fake the handoff, roll out, look to pass. He's going to keep it. He's going to get the first down.
Allred
He's shifty.
On the right side, takes it to the 40-yard line.
He's going to pick up 14 yards. Down. I better find room for him on here.
Brought down Dash Hedden, one of the Lightning, in on that tackle, number 21.
Hey, this clock's going to keep rolling. It's going to roll quick. We need to talk about a performer of the game. Performance tire, performer of the game. What are your impressions? Without even looking at stats, anything like that, what are your impressions? Who had a particularly good game?
I think Coach Allred made a point to get Avery the ball down inside the red zone. I don't know how many he finished with, but multiple rushing touchdowns. Probably had that 48-yard run, so
averaged about 17 or 18 yards per carry, despite the fact that he had several goal line runs, and we were talking about how it was going to hurt his average. He started out 3 carries for 15 yards, finished 5 for 75 with 4 touchdowns.
Second down.
So a very valid candidate. Anybody else come to mind?
I think the rest of them probably fairly well balanced, I would guess. Defensive line did a good job, both Sandoval and Jimenez on the ends. They kept trying to run those off-tackle running plays, and they blew those up that whole entire first quarter. So got a few guys defensively contributed.
That's Ezra Jenks, Elijah's younger brother. He's one of those freshman quarterbacks. He's going to get a turn here. Okay, I'll second your vote. We're going to go with Avery Ellis as the performance tire, performer of the game. We're contractually obligated to make sure we take care of that. Jenks chipped up in the backfield,
keeps it,
but falls forward. He'll get a short gain of probably 2 yards.
I think that was Barker again, number 52 for LaSalle.
3rd down and 11 here for the Knights. So we'll see if coaches allow these young guys to put the ball in the air, or if they just try to get to the edge maybe on a running play. I think Jackson Larson in one of his more recent games had like 3 or 4 touchdown catches. It's going to be a running play. Blockers out front. Ethan Ellis. He's going to pick up about 7, maybe 6. It's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Knights.
And a good run by Ethan there.
Okay, the other thing we're going to talk about next week. Scheduled to play the Wahluke Warriors in Mattawa on the road. Normally a Friday 7 o'clock kickoff. That's been changed. Did you hear that? Are you aware of that, Chad?
I was told there was a change, yes.
Changes from Friday to Thursday because of officiating. Now, we have a huge shortage in officials this year. In fact, I think we're just running with a 4-man crew instead of a 5-man crew tonight, trying to divide and conquer and make sure they get the coverage that they need. Because of that, we've been asked to move our Friday game to Thursday next week at Wahluke. And then the Wahluke School District asked if that game could be played at 5 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. So we're going to have a 5 o'clock kickoff in Mattawa against the Wahluke Warriors next week. So all you guys that on Saturday morning say, man, I got to wait a whole week to watch the Royal Knights again. Well, it'll be 6 days instead of 7, as the Knights will play next Thursday at 5 o'clock at Wahluke. We already do have permission to broadcast that game, so we'll bring that action to you. Maybe my friend Ryan Christensen will wander back in the country and be there for that to sit in with me, Chad. So you may be relieved for next week.
Well, and that's going to be a busy night for Royal High Athletics. I think Thursday night the girls' soccer team, I believe, has a game. I think here in Royal that night.
Okay.
I think the volleyball teams also have games that night, and I want to say the cross country also, but not 100% sure on that one. But
sounds hectic.
A very busy Thursday this coming week for Royal High Athletics.
They're going to run the clock, and the Knights won't need to get a snap off. So that's going to be the final tally here, is the Knights are going to have a 73-0 lead. It was 49-0 at the end of the first quarter, 66-0 at the end at halftime, and that's going to be the end result. Knights will be on the road next week, like we said, against Wahluke. Our performance tire performer of the game, number 22, Avery Ellis. 4 rushing touchdowns on 5 carries for 75 yards. Any parting thoughts?
Nope. One more in, and I'm afraid at this point, that's the main point, is get it in.
Yep, got the game in. We're in a world of cancellations right now, and even if we move to a Thursday afternoon next week, who cares? As long as we get that game in. And so thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Glad to have you join us tonight and bring you this action. And have a good evening and a good weekend. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.